welcome back. How you feeling?
Feel good. Feel good. You know, moving around quite a bit better than I was a few days ago. Was able to walk out of surgery, and it's been getting better every day. So feel good.
When do you think you'll be able to come back?
I mean, it's hard to put an exact day on it today, but I think just trusting what the doctors and our training staff is saying, I'm assuming it should be right around that 4-week mark. I had this exact same procedure done in 2019 after the season, so was able to recover from that one pretty quickly. So I imagine around that four-week mark should be about the timing.
Initially, were you thinking that you could power through it for the rest of the year, or did you kind of in the back of your mind know you had to at some point get a procedure?
No, as soon as we got the scan back and I just was going off of how it was feeling, I was pretty sure I was going to need the surgery at some point this season. Initially, I thought maybe I'd be able to make it to the All-Star break. That was kind of just me thinking, not that they weren't saying that necessarily, but I just thought hopefully I could make it till then. But the pain just ended up becoming more and more consistent, and just decided to go ahead and take care of it now.
Do you think when you're back that you'll be at 100%, or will there still be a little bit of something in your knee?
No, I'll be at 100%. Like I mentioned, I had this exact same procedure in 2019, and from the day I had that procedure, I didn't feel it again. So, I expect this one to hopefully be the same, to where once I heal and once I get back on my feet, I shouldn't feel that area, that pain again.
JT, that timeline also would put you right around the All-Star break. Would you be a little more cautious, maybe wait till after the break at this point? I mean, you would, in 4 weeks, you would be the week before the break. Is it better to be safe than sorry here?
For sure, it's definitely better to be safe than sorry. I'm not gonna push it and kill myself to come back for that 5 days before the break. Mm-hmm. But if I'm feeling good and the rehab has gone well and my body feels right, then I will go ahead and play that week before, just to get the games in. And because for me, I'd rather be able to play those few games before the break. But if my body's not feeling right, I'm not going to push it. I think this is something that we want to take care of now and not feel it in 2 months. So for that reason, I'm going to give it the rest it needs. But I envision that hopefully I'll be back by then.
When did you get those scans that you mentioned? Was that when you missed the 3 games against Miami? Or?
Yeah.
Given your nature, how tough was it to agree to do the surgery, take care of it now, rather than just play through it?
To be honest, it wasn't tough. It was a very mutual decision. They kind of gave me the leeway to play as long as I could, and if I can deal with the pain, then we'll just keep doing it. But like I said, the pain kept persisting. It kept getting a little worse, and then it was just affecting my play enough to where I felt like I needed to get it done. So it didn't necessarily take any convincing from them. It was a mutual decision.
With everything that you do for game plans, are you still heavily involved in helping the catchers and the pitchers with game plans?
For sure. I wasn't able to, obviously, the last couple series, the Boston and Baltimore, just because I was having surgery and I wasn't with the team. But, now that I'm here, I want to be able to help as much as I can. So I'm still going to do my same reports, still do my same game planning, and then have conversations with Marchan and Stubbs and Caleb. And they do a great job on their own, but it's just, the more conversation we can have, the better. So even if it's just watching the game and talking in between innings about adjustments we can make with the game plan, I'm here to help them the best I can.
What do you think of the job Marchan did last night specifically? That must have been fun for you to see. Right?
Yeah, he did awesome. I mean, the hits are one thing. The hits are great, but just watching him working with Sanchi and the way he got him through that game, he threw the ball great. Just they mixed really well. Just he did a great job, and Sanchi's not an easy guy to catch. And he had some really good blocks, some key blocks in that game. Kept base runners, threw the guy out. He just had a really good all-around game.
It was they called it a meniscectomy, right? So it was a removal, is that right? Or
yeah, just a cleanup. So they just go in where the tear was, and there's a small piece that they just cut out, and that's why the recovery timeline isn't too long, because it's a pretty simple procedure, and they don't have to go. They didn't repair anything. They just cut a little piece out.
When you had it last time, was it a repair?
No, it was the exact same thing.
Same thing.
Yeah.
Okay. And does the way the last 2 seasons ended and the way this season's going so far kind of make it a little bit easier knowing go ahead, get it cleaned up, and be ready for October, and having a 10 game lead in the division right now?
Yeah, I think that was a lot of the thought into it, was that I don't want to be feeling this in September and October. And the way it was going, we knew we were going to need surgery eventually. So I was hoping initially that I'd be able to make it to the end of the season. Then after a week, I was like, maybe I can make it to the All-Star break. And then it just kept getting a little worse and worse. And we wanted to get it taken care of now so that I'm not feeling it later in the season.
Is this predisposed to happen every 2-3 years, whatever, just as you put wear and tear on it?
No, I don't think so. This was an exact play that this happened on. It was a game with the Giants that was really wet outside, and I was rounding second base on a triple I hit and slipped a little bit, and it happened on that play. So this wasn't necessarily a wear and tear thing. It was just a kind of a freak thing that just popped a little bit one game, and I don't envision it necessarily happening every 2 or 3 years now.
You wonder how much of that meniscus is going to be left when you're done?
There's a lot left. Yeah, there's plenty left.
When you say it was getting worse, was that while you were catching, running, a little bit of both, just day-to-day stuff?
I would say it affected both, but more I had to change it my setup wise catching. So I normally catch with my left knee down, and I had to do a lot more right knee down setup, which is a little uncomfortable for me. But it also that would help the pain go away while I caught, but it still kind of hurt when I was running. So it hurt both.
Overall, is it kind of good time in the Trey is back now, getting back in that 2-hole while you're out?
Yeah, for sure. I was joking with Trey when I first got put on the IL that I was going to come back before him just because he'd been so long. But he made it back before me and made fun of me yesterday, so that didn't work out. But no, it's nice to get him back, and obviously he's a huge part of this team and a big part of this lineup. So I'm glad that he came back a lot quicker than I'm going to.
You plan to be with the guys as much as you can, road trips and stuff?
Yeah. The only games I was going to miss were the ones I was having surgery, but I'll be here the rest of the time.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Thank you.